Hi, my name is Yasu, and I'm what the? Okay, in my video, I do hitorigoto, which is basically talking to myself. I mean, talking about my stories, and today I'm talking about my journey with antidepressant, which is Effexor that I've been taking it for 1 year and then 9 months, and then this is the last month of taking Effexor. I'm sure that that's the title that I would put, but we'll see. But the reason that I can say that the last month of taking effects is because right now when I'm making this video, I don't take Effexor at all. But of course, I'm suffering from withdrawal symptoms and everything, but I am completely off. No antidepressant, no Effexor. For the first time after 1 year and 9 months. I will make another video once I go through the first month of the not taking Effexor. It's gonna be a lot of topics to cover based on what I have experienced and gone through so far. But today's video is about my last month of taking Effexor. And nothing really much to actually talk about because I tapered Effexor really gradually by using the last 1 year exactly. So whenever I reduce it more, and of course I had to suffer from the withdrawal symptoms, but I learned and tried to come up with the how to cope. But in the end, I realized that no matter how well I try to get prepared for any visual symptoms, I have to let my body suffer from it, which is gonna actually destabilize my mood and everything. But I just need to just let it be because reducing the dose puts my body into the shortage mode of anything that medicine actually puts in my system. So my body would work harder to find a new balance anyway. And it takes time. But eventually it has adjusted, and that became my kind of like the success experience to rely on. And that's exactly I use what I'm using to get through my situation, which is no Effexor. But still, it's very uncomfortable though, even though I knew this would happen. But at the same time, like I have those successful experiences that I have gone through to kind of assure myself that I'm gonna be okay. So hopefully I'm gonna be okay. But the last stage of tapering, which is the lowest dose of Effexor is 37.5 milligram. I was on it for like nearly 4 months. I think 4 months. So the last month of taking Effexor, I was like just taking Effexor as a supplement that I take regular basis once a day. And I don't really feel like I'm suffering from depression because I was very stabilized physically and then psychologically. Of course, I encounter more people, especially at work, and sometimes I get frustrated, sometimes I get worried, sometimes I get excited, So I simply let it just go with those feelings and emotions, but nothing too extreme, nothing too depressed, nothing too tiring. And I can really feel that it's a very healthy range of feeling those emotions. The reason that why I can tell that's the healthy range is because I've been taking little journal ever since I started suffering from depressions and getting the treatments and everything. And then I am actually going back to the journals and time to time and then make it a little bit longer journal and then post it online. So I have to read it again and I can really tell that I have been making a lot of big improvements and then so on. Yeah. So this is my journey, and hopefully this is gonna be the last video that I will be talking about, or this is what's happening to me when I'm taking this much Effexor. But we'll see, because the relapse rate is actually high. So I really have to be careful about the first 1 year and especially the first 6 months after I stopped taking antidepressant. And I can really feel why a lot of people relapse and start taking the antidepressants and so on after they finish the treatment, because once I stop taking it, it causes imbalance in my system. So my body needs to work harder, sometimes fight harder to find a new balance in my system anyway. And it takes time. It's a very uncomfortable journey, but human bodies are very amazing stuff that it will find the balance eventually. And then right now, like I'm really pushing myself harder means um, I started to joining the CrossFit. So now I'm doing this twice a week, basically pushing myself to work out harder. And then every time I down with the CrossFit session, I can really feel like I'm dying. And also I can really feel that I am alive. I'm gonna actually make another video of why I'm doing this. I'm doing the CrossFit and then what I have learning from it, which can be applicable for how it's kind of similar how I was trying to find a way to uh, balance in my life and in myself to fight depression. So yeah, I'm not gonna get into it, but while I was still taking the Effexor, I was starting doing the CrossFit, but that really shows that my body has a lot of energy. And then now I'm off and I'm suffering from the withdrawals, but I'm still pushing myself to join the CrossFit as is, even though I feel tired, but that's the way to go. Anyway, let's just go back to the topic. So 1 year and 9 months. There is part of me that I feel it's been so long, but there is also part of me feels like, oh, that was actually quick. So I have different size different kind of opinions in myself, and that's pretty interesting. But that's how I am. That I can really have and I feel comfortable with very opposing opinions in myself to deal with the reality. But what is very interesting so far is that the people that I tell that I don't take the medications anymore, some people say, wow, that's a long time to deal with. Congratulations that you don't have to do it anymore. Or some people actually say, you went through a lot, but it's not that long, so I'm glad that you're okay now. And I realized that for some people, 1 year and 9 months is too long, and then part of me agree with that. But for other people, it's not that long, which also I agree with. And then that really makes me realize that we, including myself, see the world very differently based on their realities, my realities, based on what is actually going on right now in their lives and in my life, and in what their friends and their families and the people in their lives are actually going through, which is affecting all of our perceptions. So whether 1 year and 9 months is too long or not too long, that's really not the main point here. Because I have learned a lot and I'm gonna try to get the most out of it. But besides, I feel either really long or not too long. I still feel that it's so not worth going through everything that has happened to me in the last 1 year and 9 months. If I could choose, I would do everything or anything to prevent myself from actually getting it, getting depressions and everything. And then I really want you to do the same thing, which is take care of yourself. Always be gentle with yourself, and then don't push yourself too hard to the point that you would actually get a depressions and you have to do the treatment. It's just not worth it. We are here to enjoy our lives, not to suffer from it. And then we are all different and we have all different kinds of limitations. So please don't push yourself too hard. And we sometimes, often more times than we actually imagined originally, but we need to kind of really let it go and give up. And then make a peace with our lives. Because in the end, if you push too hard and then you get depressed, you wouldn't really be able to function. And then you cannot go back to the time before you get depressed. In my case, I can really say the same thing, which is that I will never be the same person compared to before I didn't get depressed. Knowing everything that has happened to me, knowing everything that I have done to do to get myself out of it. After 1 year and 9 months, I am no longer the same person, even I get better. And I will never be the same person because I cannot turn the clock back and I cannot remove all those memories of what I had to go through in the last 1 year and 9 months. Yeah, And it really shows how much I have made a progress and how much I recovered from everything, because more and more I can really see myself objectively. I can feel that I have regained my ability to see the world more in different levels, like my thoughts processing of becoming much faster, and I can really dive into the more cognitive ability activities and then so on. And then because of that, I can really say that it's not worth suffering from depressions. Yeah. But for me, the journey with the Effexor has officially ended. And then I think that's a good thing. And from here, this is what I'm going to do, which it's already discussed among me and my therapist and my psychiatrist, which is that I am still taking a sleeping pill, and this time means me now that I don't take Effexor. I asked my psychiatrist to give me a little bit stronger sleeping pill this time, because whenever I reduced the dose of Effexor, I had to suffer from the withdrawal symptoms, and one of the biggest one that creates difficulty is sleeping issue. So I wanted to take a little bit more precautions for it. Yeah, it didn't really work that well though. But so I'm still taking the sleeping pill, and then now my focus is to reduce it to zero. But I'm gonna give myself more time to basically tapering off. So once a month, I will still see my psychiatrist and my therapist to let them know what has happened to me, what is going on, and from their perspectives, how they see me, and then what could be the more better approach that I should take. And ideally, I can reduce sleeping pill once a month by using the next 4 to 5 months. So hopefully by the end of this summer, I wouldn't have to take anything anymore to sleep, but we'll see. But the scenarios are, there's only two scenarios basically. The end of summer this year, I will be okay to sleep without taking any sleeping pill, or time to time I need to use it to sleep, or my sleep issue becomes more manageable. Those are the two scenarios that could occur to me by the end of this summer. But that's the little more journey that I have to go through to officially end the this treatment. So I'm still actually dealing with my condition. Yeah, but it's much better positions that I am in compared to a year ago or 2 years ago. What else? And then I guess I think I'm in a very lucky situations. um, I'm still not sure what triggered me to get depressed and everything. I don't think there is any one thing that really caused me, but something. But the surgery that I did basically cut me open here for like 20 centimeter to remove the tumors and everything. The surgery that I underwent, which 2 years ago exactly, that really triggered me. That's something that I can agree to, and then my doctors can say they can really say they can say that most likely, yeah, that could be the trigger, but nothing conclusive though, because um, I cannot connect any dots to the surgery without any data, and I don't have any data anyway. But it's something. And I live in Japan, and medical, like suffering and medical coverages and everything is actually awesome. So even though I have been paying a lot of medical fees, but I get money back a lot as well. So I'm glad that I have been able to get in the treatment and everything in this country, because if I were to be in different country and then had to deal with it, probably it would cost me much more money. I think what I want to say is that Japan has a lot of good things and then bad things, which is applicable for any places in the world. But in terms of the medical fees and everything, it's definitely a good thing that living in Japan, because it, people can get a lot of reasonable medical expenses, spend reasonable fees to get a lot of support. So in the last 1 year and then 9 months, and a little bit plus one more month probably, because before I start taking the Effexor, I actually went to see my psychiatrist and then therapist one time earlier. But anyway, in total, I have I met I had a session with my psychiatrist 28 times, and I had a session with my therapist doing the cognitive behavioral therapy 24 times. Yeah, I take journals. Those numbers do not mean anything, but hopefully, in a good way, that numbers could mean something meaningful to people who are struggling with situations that they just situate. Yeah, their situations. The reason that I hesitated just now is because um, 28 times of seeing psychiatrists, and then finally I'm done with my medications. And after 24 sessions of cognitive behavioral therapy, and then finally I'm done with my medications, it sounds pretty heavy. And then for me to say that, oh, it took 1 year and 9 months to finish everything, from taking the Effexor and then stop taking the Effexor. If I would have to say that to me, myself, 1 year and 9 months ago, I'm not sure if that me would actually agree to go through the treatment right away, because originally I was told that, oh, the medication probably you have to take it for like 6 months or up to 9 months, but it actually ended up being like 1 year and 9 months. Yeah. I will probably make another new video to discuss this thing, because now I'm thinking a little bit that 1 year and 9 months is too long to people who will actually get into the treatment. But probably 1 year and 9 months is not that long for those people who has been actually dealing with the conditions already. Anyway, I think that's it for today. Thank you for watching, and then as always, please take care of yourself. Don't push yourself. Don't push yourself to the point that you get depressed in life, because it's really not worth it. Because once you suffer from it, you're gonna be in a very long battle, and no matter how much the people in your life want to help you, they cannot really help you. They wouldn't know how to help you because you wouldn't know how to help yourself. And then most likely you would feel that they wouldn't know how to help me. It's a very messy cycle. So please don't push yourself to fall into the complicated cycle. Life is here to enjoy, not to suffer from it. Thank you for watching. For now, じゃあね、バイバイ。